Hi everybody, this is Mirav, and today I'm going to teach you about the layouts of ijoomla magazine. ijoomla magazine comes by default with 12 different layouts, and each color here represents a different zone that comes by default with ijoomla magazine. And as you can see, for example, layout number 1 is very straightforward. All the zones are just showing one after the other. Layout number 2 and 3 has like separation between the left and the right side of the layout. And here, number 3, you even have another kind of row at the bottom. So each layout is completely different, and you can also change those layouts if you want. So let's take a look at what's going on here on a typical issue that's using layout number 1. So here you can see the Family Health magazine. This is the name of the magazine. This is the description of the magazine. This is the name of the issue, description of the issue, the image of the issue, which means the image that links to the main article. And then we have the default vertical zone and the default horizontal zone. And the difference between a vertical and horizontal zone is that on vertical the image will show on top of the intro text, and on horizontal the image will show on the side, either on the right or on the left. So let's take a look on the back end and see how it looks like. As you can see, now I'm in that issue's editing page, and I can see that if I'm on the design tab, I can see that I'm using layout number 1. If I'm on the image tab, I can see the image that I've uploaded, and I can see that the size is 500 pixels wide. Now let's say that I want to change the layout to a different layout. Then I will have to go and change on the design, change it to layout, to any layout that I want. So let's say I want to change it to layout number 3. I'm going to apply. Now let's take a look at layout number 3. The layout number 3, as you can see, as we saw before, it has a left side and then the right side. The right side will show the issue, name, description, and image. And the left side is going to show the zone number 1, which is the default vertical zone. And then under that, all the way across, will show zone number 2, which is the horizontal zone. And then on top, it's going to show the magazine name and the magazine description. Now that we changed it to this layout, let's see how it looks like on the front end. So here it is. It's showing the issue, name, and description and image here on the right, and then the vertical zone on the left, and then the horizontal zone at the bottom. But it's not looking very good. It's kind of messed up right now. So what we need to do, we need to make some adjustments. First of all, we might want to consider removing one of those articles so that there's only 2 articles showing here, and then maybe resizing this image here, because right now it's too wide and it's also stretching the zone at the bottom. So let's do that. So on the issue, I'm going to change the image size to 250 pixels, and I'm going to save it. And then I need to open this zone settings and change how many articles to show. So I'm going to go to Zone Manager. I'm going to open the default vertical zone, and I'm going to change it. Instead of 3 columns, I'm going to change it to 2 columns. And now let's see how it looks like on the front end. Beautiful. Now nothing is looking out of whack. Everything is looking pretty good. I would still say that if you have an image, instead of resizing, create a new image that will fit here beautifully. So it has to be a vertical image rather than a horizontal image. But this is looking pretty good too. So this is pretty much how you change layouts. Just make sure that when you do, you make the adjustments that you need to make so that the page doesn't look weird or out of whack. The other thing I need to mention is that when you're working on layouts, right now we're using only the default zones that come with the magazine, but every zone that you add, you need to add its tag to the layout here. So let's say that we added another zone here, and it has a tag zone 14. We need to add it here if we want to see it on the front end. It's just not going to appear magically. You need to kind of say which zones you want to add. So just make sure that after you add a zone, you add it to the layout as well. Another thing I'd like to mention is that you can create your own layouts. You know, it's not just the 12 that we have here. Just click new, add the name, add some of the zones here. You can also add HTML. Just click the HTML box. If you know Dreamweaver, you can create a table, a sophisticated table, and then copy and paste it into here on HTML mode, and there you go, you have another zone. The last thing I want to mention is that you can also edit the layout that you're using. Let's say that we're using layout number 3 now. You can move things around. You can just copy, the zone from here to here, or replace the location of the zone. You can do anything you want. You just have to move those tags from one place to the other. So don't be afraid to play with it and to just experiment with it and get the best results that you need. So this is it about ijoomla layouts. Thanks for watching.